Well, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday. I hope you all enjoyed your Mother Day weekend. I did. A good friend of mine, one of my best friends, she took on Saturday. I had to remember. On Saturday, out to eat. On Sunday, I wasn't really feeling good all Sunday. I really wasn't. So I just stayed in bed for most of the day. I was able to vacuum the hallway, pick up a little bit in the house, and do a little bit of the. Oh, last night I actually got into one of the books, The Lost City by Amanda Hocking. Yeah, it's a pretty good book so far. I think the premise is that the woman, her mother leaves her at this. It's not an orphanage. It's like a hotel, an older hotel that they don't, or motel, whatever you want to call it, that they don't do business anymore, but she was allowed to stay there until she didn't have to stay there anymore. It's an okay read. It's just, I'm getting into it. I think I'm in the third or fourth chapter of it right now. We'll see how it progresses, if I might like it or not. I originally got the third book of the series from my library, and it's like, you know what I mean? I got the first book from of the series, and it's like, great. Well, what about the second one? I looked on Scribd. It's not on Scribd. I'm thinking, I'll see if I can find it. Well, number one, if I like it, the first book, then I'd probably dive into it a little bit more. But otherwise, if I don't like it, bye-bye. I'm trying to get into The Widow Queen, but it's hard. It's hard because the font, even with glasses, it's like, for me, I really feel old when I say that. But I'd rather get it on like Scribd or something, a narrated version of it. So, because there's some of the names and some of the words that I would like to learn. I'm not learn, but I would like to understand. Yeah, on Friday night we had our fish fry like normal. I really didn't read much at all this weekend. I took a break. I really did. I took a break. My internet went out last night for a couple hours. I took back the movie IT to our bedroom, and I watched that a couple of times. Watched a little bit of Equalizer, and then I turned into reading some of that book, the whatchamacallit, The Lost City, the Amti series by Amanda Hocking. Otherwise, that was it. That was my weekend. Have a great day. See you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning, everybody. I'll tell you what. I feel a heck of a lot better than I did yesterday. That's for sure. There's a couple things that happened yesterday after I got done with work, because I went for a couple hours. You remember the old, if you don't have it, don't spend it, right? Well, we think of old timers. I'm an old timer now, right? Buy what you need, not what you want. There's another one. Charge only what you can pay for. I put everything on a card nowadays. Why? So I get something in return. I think I'm only going to keep 2 or 3 of the books. Maybe I canceled my subscription to TubeBuddy. I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'd love to grow my channel. I would like to be able to monetize my channel. I think it's going to have to. I have some features of TubeBuddy, but for some of the features that I like, I'd have to pay for it. I'm like, no, don't worry about it. I was gonna say I was even considering canceling another platform if I can, but in that case, I'll see if I can cancel it and get refunded for it. But my point is yeah, I'm only gonna go after what things that I absolutely need. I'm taking a little bit of a break on reading. The goal that I had on Goodreads was 12. It's like, well, I'm at 16 now, so it's like, well, the point is that moderation is definitely key. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. YouTube is a huge search engine, just like Yahoo, Google. Web browser is basically a huge search engine. Truth is that, yeah, you can cancel. If you bought, I bought a year subscription from TubeBuddy, and I became a legend because I wanted more benefits. A little over $400, and I'm like, to cut my expenses wherever I can. The minimal amount that I use it, it's giving me what I want. It tells you, just about before, just about by the time you're on almost the last platform to canceling it, it tells you how much you've saved, how many man hours you've saved, um, what dollar amount. That's fine and dandy, and it tells you how many subscribers you got in the meantime while you've had it. And I'm thinking, yes and no. I might have gotten a little bit more with you, but still me behind the camera. I was watching a little bit of The View last night with Stacey Abrams on it. I don't really watch much of The View lately anymore. Doing this, I lost interest. It's another hobby. I tend to only like reading physical books that are in my hand. So I tend to only read up to 2, maybe 3 books a month, and that's it. I listen to a lot more, obviously, because I can speed up the pace and get to understand the plot a lot faster. I might be able to do about 6, between 5 and 7 books a month, between listening to it and actually reading it. But I wanted to give you guys that update of what's currently going on with me. I mean, it's just like, have you ever felt like you're being boxed in or in a corner and being pushed into a corner and you can't get out? 8 o'clock this morning, you'll have Hot Topics come out for Wednesday, Hot Topics. That'll be every Wednesday at 8. Oh, and I heard on The View last night that theater, live theater, is coming back in September. It seems like we're coming back, it's very slowly. That's good. It seems like we're progressing a lot. I mean, back last year, it was such a different. We all were wearing masks. A lot of us are wearing them yet. I honestly thought last year was the end all. It's like, are you coming to get us, Lord? That's honestly what my thought was. It's like, okay, whenever you want, I'm ready for you. He has plans for us, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I don't know what happened, so later on I'll check to see if that actually recorded. But anyhow, last night I was the movie Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't care how many times I see it, I still really enjoy watching it. Robin Williams is a legend. He really is. And then I started to edit my middle of the month library book haul. Oh, The Inheritance Games. It's a really nice read. Come join me tomorrow morning. Y'all have a great day. See you tomorrow. Hello again. This is a special treat for you and my one good friend that took me to Goodwill stores and out to eat for Sunday. Happy belated Mother's Day to you. You know who I'm talking about. Especially for the person that got me this mug. Thank you. I love you too. I do. You're awesome. Never forget that. You're awesome. I'm having troubles with my camera today. If you know anything about my channel, I I film on a number of different cameras, and I gotta show you something. It wasn't scathing. It was not scathing. But I'll be honest with you. For my YouTube channel that I post weekly on different topics, whether it be a hot topic or hot topics, specifically on Wednesdays, whether it be my weekly upload and that I give you my week in review. Sit, girl. My weight. Yeah, you want to know my weight? You want to know my last time I weighed 200. Yeah, I'm trying to slim down. You need more Sally. Do this, do that. You know what? I'm doing all that. Anyway, where was I? Camera, right? This camera that I got from Amazon. I didn't put my affiliate link in there. I didn't even mention it. I think all I mentioned was the fact that I got another camera from Amazon. Or a different camera. I'm not even going to put it got in the link of what it is. But this camera, anybody, and this is not, this is more review about it. Yesterday, put it on Amazon. I'm glad for the people that this camera works for them. For you guys, the ones that have it working for you, I'm happy for you. I really am. But this camera for me, this mic, this external mic, does not work for me. Yes, I plug it into where it needs to go into. I turn the mic on, and knowing anything about sound, I put it on 0 decibel, right? Even if I put it on plus 20 decibel, because I have a soft voice normally. The mic is about 2 to 3 feet away from me right now. It doesn't matter. The mic, what it's picking up is right there. That mic, I believe. And I'm like, how? And no, oh, the mic works 2 feet away. A little sketchy though. So I put a review up online about more about the camera. I did the reviews. The reviews were good, meaning that quality of the picture, quality of the sound are both garbage. In my opinion, it's a nice paperweight. Say thank you for the mug. You know who you are. Appreciate you. Love you. Letting you know about the camera situation. This is the only thing that I have left of the camera. It says it's a digital camera. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, sunshine. Today's Friday. Today's Friday. Today's Friday. Today's Friday. Oh, gosh darn it. Today's Friday. Last night, I watched a little bit of the video. Honestly, yeah. When Whoopi was asking questions to the gallery, or specifically a question regarding the thing that happened on January 6th, the newly elected, after she got done sharing her view.
Right. Megan, will their constituents continue to buy the new narrative? I mean, after all the deaths, the police deaths, and all the things that went down, people going to jail because of this, do you think they'll continue to buy it? Or you think people will start to say, well, wait a minute?
Well, this happened 4 months ago, and we've been talking about it for 4 months, and I've made my perspective on this absolutely crystal clear. I think it's horrific. I don't believe the big lie. We've talked about Liz Cheney at length. But when Joy says friends of hers are frightened, friends of mine are frightened as well. I had to have a conversation with my executive producer yesterday about whether or not I'm going to be able to find gas in my car, because the lines at gas stations near where I live are down the street where there's just no gas whatsoever. I'm privileged. I work at a company that's going to figure out a way for me to get to work. What about the average American? Do you know what's also a strategy, Sarah? A strategy is not focusing on anything the Biden administration is doing right now. It is leading this country into crisis. There's a crisis at the border. Inflation rates are sky high. The Middle East is on fire. Unemployment is crazy. And a lot of Americans can't figure out how to get gas in their car. These are real problems. It's like the 70s all over again. So I think there's a strategy going on with the media. Doesn't want to focus on anything bad happening in the Biden administration. And I implore everyone who works in this industry, just because Trump was so bad doesn't mean this is good. There are real meat and potatoes issues impacting average Americans who are also frightened. And I think we should be focusing on that versus really getting something that happened 4 months ago.
Hell, I needed a drink. Watching Whoopi. I don't even have to say it. Let me know what you think. I want your opinion. I like Meghan McCain to some points of it all. She's a cheerleader for, or she's an ally cheerleader for LGBTQ. Great. So is Whoopi. Honestly, I thought, wow. Another thing that was revealed by the CDC is that if you're fully vaccinated, you no longer have to wear a mask. There's a little bit more of communication with that. There's instances that you still need to wear a mask, and it's like, okay, that's awesome. For the people that can get through 8-10 books or more a month, I mean it. I don't think it's going to take a little while, but I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. Look at her. Look at those eyes. Oh, I know what you have, kiddo. Yeah, I know what you have. You have my pillow. Yesterday I figured out she was 2.5. April 7th. She was 2.5. You remember the days that when you were young? Yeah. Remember the days when you used to say, well, I'm 13.5. Yeah. Remember those days? Well, I'm 15.5. I'm almost 16. So are you doing that anymore? Are you? I'm just curious. I know I'm not. I'm like, I'm already old. I don't need to do halves anymore. I don't. And I don't think anybody that's young, not that I'm being ageist, I'm not. I don't think anybody that's young, I know when I was young, I wasn't doing that at all. Once you got past a certain age, you weren't doing that. I think I stopped doing that when I was 18 or 21, something like that, when you're actually legal to drink. Well, this is Wisconsin, so. But yeah, I think everybody did that. Well, I'm this and a half. You know, I'm 12 and a half. You know, back in the day when when I was 12 years old, I was like, I only have 4 more years until I can get my license. I can drive. You want to know something though? Want to know something? When I got in my first car to drive, I was so I was excited and scared all at the same time. I was like, keeping a car. This is going to sound like a dumb moment, but keeping a car in one lane, you know, centering it in one lane. OMG. You know what I mean? OMG. But you got it done, right? You got it done. And, you know, 20 years later, you can breathe. Breathe in and out. It's like, okay, you did it. And not to mention, no, I mean, you know, I'll tell you something else. Parallel parking an 18-wheeler, yeah, I said an 18-wheeler, a truck and a trailer behind you. That's a lot easier. I know it sounds weird. It's a lot easier than parallel parking a regular car. Well, actually, nowadays you just push a button anyway to parallel park a car. Back in the 90s when I got my license, it wasn't like that at all. There was nothing like that. You know, kids nowadays, they have no clue. Just like internet. You know, it's like they have no clue. You know you're getting older. You already know you're old, but you already know you're getting older when you start reminiscing about your younger years. Number one, I am LGBTQ. Number two, I'm Democrat. Apparently that's a swear word now. I used to think I'm conservative, but I think I'm more of an independent Democrat. And honestly, don't let that donkey fool you. Don't let the donkey fool you. I'm for LGBTQ rights. I'm a feminist. This might sound weird. Pro-choice for the woman making the decision on her body. I don't really like abortion, laying it all on the line. You guys have a great weekend. I appreciate you guys watching me, finding out what's going on in my weekend review, learning a little bit more here and there, even with politics aside, my weekend review, finding out, you know, my day-to-day operations of what I'm doing, taking a load off, hanging with me for a little bit to learn a little bit about me, Aunt Cass is doing. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me. I will check you out next week. You enjoy your weekend.